Welcome to the Debrief.
Here we are.
Here, alas, hear ye, hear ye.
Another
It is
day, another
Monday.
dollar, eh? We're here.
Right? I found myself recently going like, life, right?
No.
Life, right? Like, I'm just like, yeah.
You also...
Am I right?
That program, what is that program called? Jess, what's it?
Oh, new
You
girl.
are so Jess.
I
New Girl.
am.
The first time I ever watched it, I was actually in halls.
Oh my God.
And I remember watching it and I was like, I've literally met this girl and she lives across from me. Like, you are so, if anyone's watched the program, Katie is Jess.
No, because I'm telling you, I'm just your Cece. You are Cece.
Oh my God, yeah. We could put it
And Archie
together.
Schmidt.
Archie Schmidt.
As much as he doesn't want to think
He
he is.
He wouldn't want to say that, but he is.
He is Schmidt.
He is. It's actually the reality of like coming to what you are versus what you want to be. Like my dad always. So I've been watching Modern Family more recently.
Oh.
And it reminded me, my dad always wanted to be Jay. He was like, oh, guys, if I was in Modern Family, I'd be Jay, wouldn't I? Like, I'd be Jay. And we all flip around like, are you Jay? You are Phil Dunphy. Isn't my dad the definition?
He is Phil.
He is Phil.
He's Phil.
But it's kind of scary that now I'm dating a Phil as well.
Because
Archie's a Phil. And
But hey, let's skim past that.
let's skim past anyways.
past that.
So tell me how your day was.
Oh my God. Do you know what?
Should we say how your week was? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Tell me how your week was.
Do you know what? This week's been ebbs and flows. I'm kayaking down that river. Do I come across a little rock? Yeah, I do. But fucking dickheads doesn't get the better of me.
No.
Little splash in me boat. But do you know what? That dries off.
Oh, it does.
So I've been taking it day by bleeding day.
Good.
And I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling collected.
Fantastic.
I'm feeling gorgeous.
Lovely.
I feel a bit frazzled. I feel like I look quite frazzled today.
No,
I'm kind of like...
You know what's so sweet? I always say Katie's got a resting bitch face. And when I literally just came into the podcast studio now, her face like a slapped ass and she saw me and she went, like a big smile. I was like, that's so sweet. Like it made my day. Oh. It's so nice when you like see someone off guard and they're like, oh, you're like, hi. That's so nice.
Oh, how's your week been?
Oh, really interesting. So I was literally just on the train.
Yeah.
And there was this guy sat next to me and he dropped an AirPod, like one of his AirPods. So I was like, oh God. So like I scooted like a bit and then kind of, it was literally underneath me. So I had to get it for him.
Yeah.
And got up and gave it to him. And he was like, ha, you fell for it. And I was like,
pardon?
I was like, it's not
Excuse
April Fool's
me?
Day anymore, my dickhead.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like I literally just went, because I was like, what are you on
Fall
about
for
that?
what?
And he was like, I dropped it so you'd pick it up. And then he like put out his hand. He was like, hi, I'm Charlie. I was like,
get the fuck out.
I was like, oh, your waxy AirPod. You
Get
that
the fuck
It's the fact
out.
that you fell for it. What, dropping an AirPod?
You fell for it.
Dropping an AirPod.
What, me just trying to be a good fucking human being?
Yeah.
Save you spending £100 on one AirPod, you mug.
But also, what an absolute loser. Because imagine if I didn't pick it up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's like, okay, so like, I'll throw it now.
Yeah, I'll throw it now.
What if he threw it and it bounced over to some other woman?
Oh my God. Or what about if he threw it and the doors opened and it went down the crack?
Yeah,
What
should have
you gonna
done.
do now?
Karma should have got the better of him there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But my week's been good. I've been happy. I've been
Good.
jollying along.
Yeah.
I'm going on holiday soon. So I'm like, and I found out I'm going to go on another holiday in May. So I'm like, yeah.
Oh, gorgeous.
So I've literally I'm going skiing in April.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Albania in May. Life's hard. Life's really...
Life, eh?
Life, eh?
Life, eh?
Life, eh? Life's been tough recently, so I need to do
Oh my
it.
God,
I'm being
that's
silly, but
gorgeous.
I know. And I literally looked up because Arch was like, we're going to Albania with like a group of friends.
Amazing.
That we always go on holiday with every year. And I was like, oh my God, did I tell you, by the way? Quick side note, debrief us. The four of us are planning a holiday. Did you know that? The boys are like talking about options where we're going.
Oh, delightful.
I know. I was like,
let me know where and when. So you're like, no, I'm all holidayed out.
What a shame.
Oh.
But I was like, fantastic. I'll tell Peach. I was like, no one told us this. We were literally going to turn up with our suitcases.
If they can organise something.
Yeah. I'm a woman who just shows up. Not even with my bag. I prefer
someone carries
Remember
it.
that time actually where you, me and
God.
our friend had to go to the airport and it was the first time me carrying my bag and I was like, made such a colour below.
Oh my
Colour
God.
below
I saw a
about it.
TikTok actually, and it's
Tell me.
like and I was going to tag you in it. It's like when there are two types of friends at the airport, one who has everything ready and the other one that's wandering along just for the jolly. And I'm like, I'm like, we need to be at gate at this time, so we best leave 40 minutes ahead. And you're like,
And I'm
just
like,
tell me where and
fantastic,
when.
I'll just be with you, keeping you company.
Just keeping the good vibes
I'm like,
going.
I'll be there with you. So tell me what your mantra is of this week.
My mantra is, you are doing better than you think.
Lovely.
Yes.
Okay, is this
Yes.
referring to the tap breakdown?
This is referring to the tap breakdown.
Okay.
Guys, I wouldn't say I'm an anxious person. I actually wouldn't. I think I'm actually...
No, I wouldn't.
I happen, I'm pretty chilled out.
Yeah.
I had... What I can only think was a full-on panic attack.
Oh, darling.
Over tap.
Darling.
Tap shoes.
Oh, but it's not that. It's the pressure. Like everyone else is doing it.
And it's one of
then
those...
you feel you're the only one that can't.
Oh, I was mortified. And do you know what? It's one of those things that it's so glaring obvious when you go wrong because it's all beats. So if you if you miss a beat, there's just no sound.
Can you do that again? The shoot? Fantastic.
It's
It's
sort of like heel toe. And so if you miss it or if you go too quick or you land somewhere, it sounds off. And when it sounds off, it's fucking jarring.
And when it sounds off, everyone can know who it came from.
And everyone's like, fucking hell, they don't have it. And you're like, yeah. And it was just very stressful. I was in stress. I was so stressed.
So tell me your mantra again.
You are doing better than you think.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the throes. I'm in like this... I think it's like a 15-week term we've had. We're almost at the end, but I am ready for a break, and I'm also telling myself I'm doing better than I think. They keep obviously amping it up each week, and I feel like I'm really like at the back of the bus at the moment. So I'm just trying to ease my mind.
Oh,
I'm doing better than I think.
Yes, you are.
Everything's all okay.
And also, you got to think that because you're overthinking everything.
Yes.
People are just focusing on themselves.
Exactly.
So you are doing better than you think because you think everyone thinks I'm shit. They don't.
Yeah. No.
They're just everyone's focusing.
Everyone's
on
running their
themselves.
own race.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's your mantra?
So my mantra for this week is, give me a sec.
Two phones.
I look forward because what is coming is better than what has gone.
Oh, you're so right.
I'm just like, I'm going to look forward because things are happening that are exciting. Don't keep referring back to the past.
Yeah.
But I didn't do this quite right.
Yeah.
I think it's so natural to like question yourself all the time and fall and feel you fell short in some way.
Yeah.
But if you're like, why am I focusing on that when that's done?
Yeah.
No one cares about that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. What's coming next? Because I'm not going to be ready for what's next if I keep looking back.
Absolutely.
My song this week, which is kind of to do with what we're going to talk about in the podcast episode, is It's Out With the Old and In With the New.
Oh.
Goodbye, skies are gray. Hello, skies are blue. A dip in the pool.
Love it.
A trip to the spa. Endless days in my shades. The whole world according to moi. Excuse me.
Bling.
Thank you.
Bling.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, I didn't need to sing the whole thing, but it's
you
I
did.
got ice cream and it's the best, fabulous,
Fucking
Sharpay
brilliant.
Evans High School Musical 2.
Brilliant.
It's 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, so good. And I feel we're going to be talking about this week. It's all to do with Lent. So we're going to be talking about Out With the Old, In With the New, breaking bad habits, coming into your own, getting the better version of yourself.
Yes.
And what is better than Out With the Old and In With the New? You know it.
Yes.
What's your song, bitch?
My song this week, ultimate springtime tune.
Ooh.
She may contain the urge to run away, but all the time with saggy clothes and raised backs. Na 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 na. Do you know where the wild things go?
What a fantastic song.
Breeze blocks, Alt J, fucking sensational. And I'm like, the evenings are getting lighter.
Yeah.
It's getting warmer. Like it was warm today.
You're so right though. Why is that a spring song?
Like it's like spring summer evening song.
Yeah. What is that about?
I love it.
Do you know, I'm actually going to do a shout out to my friend here, Ruby Archer. She made me, we must have been like 10.
Yeah.
She made me learn this Like,
Good.
she could do the full rap. Like, you know when it goes really fast? I can't remember, like, the whole song.
Oh, my
She made me
God.
sit down in an evening and learn
Good.
it. And I'm like, one of my favourite memories. And then we'd be at a party and I'd be like, do you know
Oh,
where
things
go?
go?
Like, the best thing ever. But
It's-
what a great song.
It's such a tune.
So let's do the recommendations this week.
Yes.
Is with my work, I've been like having lunches out. I've been having like dabbling in different
Gorgeous.
foods in the area.
Yeah.
And I must say, my all-time favorite, which the girls will take the piss of me off because I've had it like every single day,
Yeah.
Farmer J's.
Now.
I'm telling you, going into the out with the old, in with the new,
Yeah.
out with those Mackies, okay?
Out with the Mackies.
Out with the Dominoes, out with the in with the Farmer J's.
With the Farmer
Let me
JJ's.
tell you, you can like pick what certain food you want. So you can
Ooh.
pick like your base, so it could be like spinach or rice or all that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
And then your main, so it's like chicken or beef or whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then you have like sides, so you could have like chickpea salad, aubergine salad, the sweet potatoes, like the mac and cheese. Like,
Yum.
oh my God, it is fabulous. Really good for gluten-free. I would say it's on the spinny side. So
Well,
I
it's,
wouldn't do
all
it
the good stuff
time.
is. Yeah.
It is. But it is so nice.
Oh.
Gorgeous.
So I remember I've heard Farmer J's is almost like Air One. Like, you know, in America, they have like Air One, which is
Oh,
like a really
yes.
trendy. Everyone's like, oh, Farmer J's is like Air One, Whole Foods vibes. Like, you want to go there. And I've always wanted to go.
You would
So-
like it. You'd really like it. You love it.
Interesting.
You love it, girl.
Gorgeous.
Okay, should we crack on?
Let's crack on.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's
debrief.
Lovely.
Yes.
Firm, assertive. We're
Yes.
cracking on
We're
today.
doing it.
So tell me, Peach, what are we talking about?
We will be discussing
Yeah.
the phrase,
Yes.
"Out with the old, in with the new." We're in springtime.
Yeah, we are.
The clocks have gone forward.
Yeah.
Evenings are getting lighter.
Mm.
There is, I was about to say a need for speed. No, there's a need, there's an energy of
lust.
freshness in the air.
Yes.
Most of this, at this point in the year, people reflect
Mm.
on the goals they set on January 1st.
Yeah, they usually do.
There's spring cleaning, there's a motivation, there's
Yeah.
a need to break old habits
Mm.
and go into the new.
Completely. And I think as well, because with April, it's all about Lent.
Yes.
That does have a significant factor to it.
Yes.
So I will quickly go over Lent
Yes.
because I think it is significant. Whether
Absolutely.
you're religious or not, it's something that does happen
Yeah.
and it's something that should be spoken about.
Yeah.
So Lent is related obviously to Christianity to commemorate the 40 days that Jesus spent fasting in the desert
Yeah.
and enduring temptation by Satan.
Yes.
But however, a lot of non-religious people do celebrate Lent.
Yeah.
And they do this to challenge themselves.
Yeah.
So they can give something up or to cleanse themselves in a way.
Yes.
So I think that does really translate into out with the old, in with the new.
Absolutely, because it's the breaking of an old habit.
Completely.
It's breaking habits, it's forming new ones. And
Yeah.
it's also like exercising self-control as well.
Absolutely.
Which is a habit in itself.
Which I think is great.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. Obviously, people go far.
People can go
People
far.
go very far.
So
which-
we did ask the debrief.
Wait, just before
Oh,
we
no,
go
we
on to
didn't.
that, I was going to say,
Oh.
what was I going to say? Oh, yeah.
Mm.
So people do go far with them.
Yeah.
But I think if you can do it in a healthy way,
Yeah.
challenging yourself with temptations,
Yes.
but also with, I think mental, physical challenges are really good anyway.
Yes.
Whether you challenge yourself to do some, if you don't run, to do a 5K or
Yeah,
to do a
yeah.
10K, or if you mentally think you're quite negative, write a positive journal every night or
Yeah.
once a week. Maybe
Yes.
that's too much. But I wanted to ask, are
Mm.
you going to be setting a goal this spring? Will you be doing Lent or will you be doing out with the old, in with the new?
No, I would say it's a kind of blend of the both.
Yeah.
Because I would personally like to have a bit more colour on my plate.
Oh,
No, I want to cook more and
Okay.
I want to cook more nutritionally dense meals.
nice.
Because I feel like, yes, I can say I potentially have cooked.
Yeah.
What I am cooking, pretty beige.
Okay.
Like, it's the same thing. Like, I also don't like variety. And I want to like variety. Like, I want to have one thing on a Monday, one thing on a Tuesday, like to have it different, not have the same meal every single day.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's what I'm kind of looking to do.
Okay, fantastic.
What
now
about you?
that's would you say that's a mental or physical thing you're doing?
I would say it's a mental thing,
And
in all
physical,
honesty.
what physical kind of thing will you do?
Physical thing, I would like to run more.
Okay.
I would like to run more.
Good.
I'd like to get better at tap.
But I'd like to not cry.
Yeah.
But also that is realistic, because if you were like, I'm going to run every day, that's where it comes unrealistic. You know, it does come back to when we set these goals in January and we spoke about New Year's resolutions. God, that seems so...
I know.
How does that
That's
does that 4 months
wackadoodle hour,
ago?
yeah.
Like, that feels like yesterday.
I know.
But it is similar in that sense. However, I think New Year's resolutions are so big and so profound, like it has to be completely changed year. Whereas what I do like about the springtime, whether it's Lent or whether it is just spring cleaning yourself, it's more reachable, maybe realistic.
Attainable. That's the key, isn't it?
Because it's, you know, it's not so life-changing, which I think is really good.
Yes.
I think I'm going to do one which is so childish, like I haven't done since I was a child. But I'm going to do no chocolate for 40 days and 40 nights. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I love it.
And just because I've been loving the cream eggs.
No, because there's something so comforting.
I know.
Especially, and I don't know why, maybe it's because Love Island and we always have Love Island snacks, but especially as we come into like spring, summer.
Yeah.
Completely. The need for a late night sweet treat run.
Oh, it's just so needed.
It's so needed. It's actually a social thing now.
It is a social thing.
We're like, oh, well, let's pop to Sainsbury's.
And then we can have a debrief about everyone in our lives.
Exactly. Like,
you know, guys, there is a debrief that goes on without you actually hearing the debrief before the debrief.
Honestly, the conversations in Sainsbury's, and then you're picking out what snack you want.
Exactly. And then it's like, what are you getting? Oh, okay.
It's all too real. So
exactly. I'm going to do it because... It's so funny. When you live in London, or when you live, when you move out of your family home, you are in control of what you eat, what you do, the exercise. You know, no one's telling you to do it anymore. And I'm just like, what happens if that was taken away? Like, what happens if I couldn't just grab the little chocky?
Yes.
So I'm just doing it. I'm not saying I'm never going to eat chocolate again, because that's unrealistic. Of course I am. But I'm going to try 40 days and 40 nights to not have chocolate. Now, this is balanced because I can have a little Haribo, or I can have
a mini twister, fruit pastel,
but I can't have chocolate.
That's fine. Yeah.
And physical, I'm going to try do more weights, because I always
I'm scared.
do so much running, which I love. Like, if you said to me right now, do you want to do a weight session or do a 20K? I'd be like, see ya, I'm doing the 20K. Like, I just love it so much. But I do feel in order to be able to keep my running, I need to strengthen myself.
It's a hard one because like literally everyone's like, oh, runners they need to do their Bulgarian split squats. And I'm like, if you make me do a fucking Bulgarian split squat.
I know.
I think that
I'm just like, oh.
Weights, I feel like actually, because you don't get the same endorphins that you do from running, I feel.
I personally don't think you do. I always do feel better after I've done weights. I do. But with running, I'm like, fantastic. Like, look at me go.
Yeah.
But I can do it.
You can.
Okay, right.
So we asked...
Sorry, darling.
Oh, no. We asked the debrief.
We did.
About potentially quirky, interesting things they've given up for Lent and whether it worked.
Yes.
So we've got a few responses.
Fantastic.
Do you want to go first?
You go first, darling.
Oh. So I have one that is, for Lent one year, decided to give up car audio.
Ooh.
So when driving, no music.
What?
No music.
That's wild.
No radio.
That's actually psychotic.
And they said, I did do it. I just found myself having fake arguments the entire time that I was commuting to and from work, which is so real. Like,
I do this all the time.
Like, if I'm sat in silence, I'm finishing an argument I never got to finish.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll practice one.
Oh, no. Because you need them in your back pocket.
I'll literally be like, I'm telling you, if I was home alone for a day, I'd be like, are you joking? Like, honestly, sometimes you really you just really get on my nerves. And I'm like, who are you talking to?
Oh,
but I'm like, if you don't do this, what do you do on your own?
What, you can't just sit in silence, surely.
Sit on your own.
You actually can't just sit in silence.
You can't do that.
Have you seen that thing that someone says that laughing's a social thing? That if you're in silence and you see something funny, you won't laugh because it's not for people.
And I don't agree because I
don't. Because I'm always like, like I'm always laughing.
Yeah, I am. Like if I watch a show, I'll be like,
yeah.
You know, I'm not
just sat in silence.
I'm doing it for Arch. I'm doing it for you. All right?
Doing it for myself.
Off me own back. Thank you very much. All right, let me read you one. Hey girls, sounds ridiculous, but I'm giving up my partner's nickname for 40 days and 40 nights. I know it sounds like Scrooge, but it's not out of lack of love. It's because I found I only use his actual name when we have an argument, and it's not associated with me being angry.
Oh.
Well, no, sorry. And it's associated with me being angry. I called him his name yesterday, and he turned around looking frightened. So I'm bringing it back and using his lovely name. Oh no, sorry, that's number 2. Sorry, darling. Yeah, and using his lovely name. Obviously, we're all weekend, so we'll see how we go, but I'll keep you updated. Best of luck to me.
Oh.
I know. I'm like, that's so interesting, because I was thinking to myself, I was like, how much do I call Arch versus his nickname? And I'm not going to say say his nickname on the podcast because I'll be so embarrassed. It's so embarrassing.
In fairness, you don't do it like.
I don't think I do it as much as he does it.
No.
Because we have the same nickname for each other.
Yeah, but I find it odd when I hear you say it, because I'm like, whoa. I feel like you do that more behind closed doors.
Yes. I don't think I say his nickname. I'm always Arch.
Yeah.
Arch. Like, I don't go, I can't say it. I don't, but he'll say my nickname.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting.
That is.
If you've been together as well that long and you're only calling Stephen, you're in trouble, you know.
And that's so funny as well. She's like, oh, Stephen. He was like, fuck.
Yeah, and he's like shitting himself.
Shit.
Yeah, turned around frightened.
What's happened? Okay, I've got, for Lent, I decided to give up gossiping. Strong.
Oh, I'm telling you, you're not one of us.
I
never give that up.
Never. So
it's a blessing.
I got 3 days in, then found out my best friend's boyfriend was cheating on her. So obviously couldn't sit on that and had to tell her.
Good girl.
Which I would consider gossiping. But girl, I actually think it's a need.
I do.
Do you
know what? I don't understand how people go through life without gossiping.
It's never malicious.
Truly, it is. I'm like, truly, what do you discuss? What do you discuss? I'm telling you, when I come home, I'll be like, you'll never fucking guess.
Yeah.
Tell Katie, tell Arch. Like, I'm telling the world. Called my mum this afternoon at lunchtime.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, did you hear about this? And she's like, oh, yeah. I was like, what did you think?
Yeah.
Why are people not gossiping in their life?
No, because it's actually a really good way to let off steam. If I did not have a little gossip, I would be like fucking...
What boring life, though?
What's the angry man from Inside Out? And he's like...
Oh yes.
That'd be me.
Yes. But I don't get why people, like, there's someone I know that's like, oh, I hate gossiping. I'm like, you don't.
No, because the thing is that people say they hate gossiping, but still have opinions on things. So I'm like, so you're gossiping.
Yeah, you're gossiping then.
It's holier than that. Oh, I couldn't possibly. I'm like, but you do.
Is it
you have opinions.
Or is it conversation? Because I'm like, I see that purely as conversation.
I see this purely as a debate.
Bitching's
different.
But gossiping is convo.
Discussing current events, actually. In a philosophical manner.
Exactly.
Providing all angles to the debate.
Yeah.
I don't see any issue with that.
There's no issue with that. So
no.
Grow up, people. Okay, this is a fantastic one. This girl said, so I'm giving up sex for a while.
Fuck.
Not gonna lie, I've had lots of it and not great quality. So I'm trying to remind myself that it's quality over quantity, because at the moment, all I have is a lack of pleasure, a high body count, and an STD.
Oh, God.
I know. And do you know what? It's good that we're a weekend. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, brilliant.
We'll see.
Brilliant.
Good luck, darling. You've got this.
I feel like you hit a certain point, speaking from experience, that the need for it does go.
Really?
There's like I feel like actually if you're shagging someone regularly, the first month of not shagging them, terrible. You're literally
awful.
like, what the fuck?
I need you.
Climbing the walls. But then once you get past that month mark, you thought, oh, well.
You're so funny.
I've simply forgotten.
I forgot what it's like to be touched by a man.
I've simply forgotten.
Honestly, like when she said that, she was like, I'm giving up sex. I think she's single by the sounds of it. Well, hopefully.
I think it's easier to do, yeah.
Otherwise, tell your partner you got an STD.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know, I'm like worried for it now. And I was thinking to myself, could I go 40 days and 40 nights without sex? And I was like, embarrassingly, I don't think I could. Like if
even if you were single?
I don't think I could.
Really?
Like I was trying to challenge myself. Ultimate challenge, well, not the ultimate, because that's really bad, right? One of the biggest challenges, if someone was like, you can't have sex for 40 days and 40 nights, or even without Len, if you can't have sex for
Yeah.
a while, I'd be like, I'd find that hard.
Yeah.
But equally, I sleep next to my boyfriend every night.
Yeah.
Like, let's get it on. And I'm like, no. But I would actually be concerned if Archie was like, I'm going on a sex ban. I would take that so personally.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't blame you for taking that personally.
I would take it so personally. I'd be like, oh, you hate me.
I'd be like, why?
Why though?
Why though? That's
you
really...
get it for free every night.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What? That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. I would be scared. I'd be scared.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got another?
I have. I decided after seeing all the cold plunging to not get a cold plunge bath, but to give up hot showers. So I only had cold showers for 40 days and 40 nights. Still only have cold showers now. True combat.
No way.
Now, we had a short experience of this when our hot water went for a month.
Yeah, we did do this.
I didn't love it, guys.
No,
I did not love it.
But it was during the winter, wasn't it? Was it during the winter?
I actually think it was around this. I don't think it was. If it was winter, I think I would have been sent into a spiral. Oh.
How did that go? Sorry, guys, my ring. Thanks, darling. So it wasn't winter.
I think it was like.
I
think it was like September time. So it was like autumn, but it was still quite hot.
Okay.
Because I remember sometimes I was quite thankful for it.
Oh, really? Well, I'm telling you, as soon as that hot water tap came back on, I was like, shower me, honey.
Oh, I would rather be scolded.
Yeah. I come out the shower like a prawn.
Oh, I do.
Because I like to be warm.
Yeah, I'm not
good in the cold.
No, the cold showers, I feel like I got
not
used
a happy
to,
bunny.
But it was washing your hair.
That was the worst. Do you know what it was? It was the lack of your breath. It was it was like when you have to run in the wind.
Yes.
I had no breath. I was like, it was really fucking scary.
No.
Okay, so I've got another one.
Oh, yeah.
This says, okay, this was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Full disclosure, my ex-boyfriend and I broke up 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I have a new boyfriend of 1.5 years.
Okay.
But I still wear my ex's hoodie as I love it.
Oh.
Not because of him or because of his smell or because I miss him, just because I love the jumper. But I did find myself wearing it and feeling guilty. So I put a ban on wearing it for a while. Then when I found it again, it was at the bottom of my wardrobe and I felt so guilty, like I cheated on him. So as I was driving back from Starbucks yesterday, I took it off, I put it back on, moment of weakness, and pulled up on the side of the road and threw it in the bushes. Now the badgers can snuggle on it.
Oh my God. That's a hard one because I personally... Now.
Well, I remember when I got with Arch, I still had my ex's hoodie. And I remember he was like, I think it's time. I was like, okay. I wasn't wearing it though.
No, it's a hard one because I personally don't see an issue in me wearing an ex-boyfriend's hoodie because I don't have any attachment to it. However, if my boyfriend constantly wore an item that his ex-girlfriend got him, I'd be like
yeah. You read into it.
You would.
You would read into it. But I think the fact that she was feeling guilty, like looking at me like,
oh bless.
But imagine 3 years ago, she was 1.5 years in, she's snuggling each night, like, like that is bad.
Hilarious.
Okay, so we've talked about these bad habits that people are getting rid of, or trying to. Fingers crossed for some of them.
Yeah,
and we're going to talk about how we can do that and how we can stick to them.
Yes.
So, my first one was to, whatever your habit is, I feel it was the best way to get rid of it or to stop it is to decrease it in a very small way.
Yes.
So I'm not saying go, what's it called? Cold turkey.
No.
Don't do a cold turkey.
Yeah.
So let's say it is the chocolate thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat chocolate. I'm not saying.
It's like you're not cutting out sugar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not doing no sugar at all. No sugar, never sugar, no sugar, no. We can still do sugar. Yeah. It's just not chocolate.
Yes.
Which is a certain item of sugar.
Yes.
But you can do a donut.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't because I'd die. But you could do a donut. You could do a donut, or you could do some sweets.
Yeah.
Or you could do, as you said, a twister.
Yes.
You know, that's so
Ice
I think
cream,
because when you do go cold turkey, then that is when you're just going to be like, oh, fuck it, give me one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you go too far in the other direction. You have like 50 cream eggs.
Yeah, you have 5 of them and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're giving it up. I also thought something that's quite good to consider. Yeah, talking about the having 5.
Yeah.
When you slip up,
Yes.
because ultimately you will.
Yes.
Or you'll have a moment of weakness that is that's likely to happen.
Yeah.
Get back on track quickly.
Yes.
So say I've given up the chocolate again and I have a night where I'm like, oh, give me a cream egg.
Yeah.
Fine. It's a Wednesday. And now I'm like, well, for the rest of the week, I'm just going to have cream eggs and I'll start next week. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. A new day, a new dollar. A new day, a new opportunity.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you've got 40 days, today is another day that you can tick off to be like, I did that day.
Yes. Yeah.
But if you're doing a week, then you're going to have to wait another week of not eating it.
Exactly.
So when you slip off the track, which is natural, we all do it. So don't hate yourself for it. Try get on the track quicker.
Yeah. Habits are literally ingrained in our bodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have literally been conditioned, and there are some things that stick more than others, like brushing your teeth, washing your hands, stuff like that. I hope so. You know, like all your routines, the addition and the change of that will take time.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's that being easy on yourself. My favorite thing.
Oh, tell me.
I read Atomic Habits.
Oh.
Which is this book by a man called James Clear.
Oh, okay.
Best-selling book. All about on how to make small little changes will change your life.
Gosh, I should read this.
I've got it in my drawer if you want to.
Oh, I would love to, yeah.
And it talks about habit stacking.
Oh, what does that mean?
So, for example, let's say I want to start doing gua sha every night.
Yeah.
And I want to do my gua sha before I go to bed.
Yeah.
You tie that in with a habit you already know you do. So I know I brush my hair before I go to bed every evening. So I put my gua sha next to my hairbrush.
Fantastic.
So, and then you tell yourself, I can't brush my hair until I've done my gua sha. And then you start doing that. 21 days, as they say, it takes to build a habit.
Really?
And then all of it just becomes...
It becomes a natural
ingrained.
thing that you do.
Yeah.
How interesting. So there were 21 days when we didn't brush our teeth. There were 21 days when we didn't brush our hair.
Right.
Yeah. See?
Right.
And on that, one of mine was, which you've kind of done now, but make the habit or make the new thing you're trying to get rid of or whatever, make it fun to repeat.
Yes.
So say, for example, like, as you said, you're trying to do the run. Was it the runs you wanted physical? Yeah. So I'm saying make that fun. Don't just think, oh my God, I'm going to have to run. What does that mean? All right, I'm going to text Kit and see if she wants to do a 5K with me. That means at least we can chat the whole time.
Exactly.
Or, do you know what? I'm going to save my favorite podcast to listen to that so I can do that. You know?
Yeah.
Or do you know what? I'm going to run to my favorite coffee shop in Fulham so that I can have a little coffee there afterwards and meet up with Arch. Whatever.
That's
like just do it so that it's not a punishment because it will become, as you said, ingrained within you.
Yeah.
If you make it something you're enjoying.
Positive reinforcement is so key.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's one of those things as well that I always see, like, you will not always be motivated to do it.
No, you won't.
But consistency over motivation always wins.
Yeah,
like
I completely agree.
The amount of times I've always, it's more so with gym stuff. If I don't want to go to the gym, I start bargaining with myself where I'm like, okay, maybe if I don't go, maybe I could go on Sunday. And then I think, actually, okay, what if I go today? I don't have to do the workout I've got planned.
Yeah.
What if I go today, I have to stay for 10 minutes and then I can go.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get there and you're down there, you're like, might as well.
I might as well do another.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's always just consistency. You owe it to yourself and future self will thank you.
You do. And on that as well, I was talking the other day at work with the girls. I was talking about running and they said, oh, okay, so how did you get into running? And one of the girls said, who enjoys running as well now, she says, no one who runs originally enjoyed running. Like it was something that you did, so you just continued doing and then you started enjoying. And then I thought, do you know what? That's true about everything. Like green tea. I didn't originally like green tea.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to drink green tea. Now I bloody love it.
Well,
Matchas.
Yeah.
Didn't originally like matcha. Now I can't get enough of the stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, if you make it a thing, you will just enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, and people are like, how do you have black coffee? Oh, I just always drink black coffee.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yes,
do you know
absolutely.
What I mean?
So we are now on to our next segment, which we are calling the Sharpay Heavens segment. Which is out with the old or in with the new. So we have some debrief dilemmas.
Yeah.
Whether Do you stay with the old?
Yeah.
Do you go with the new?
Fantastic.
Out with the old, in with the new. So we're here to answer all your dilemmas that you've sent
We are.
through.
And gosh, people actually sent ones that I'm like, bloody hell. Like, sometimes they listen to the debrief and I'm like, yeah, I get you. Other times I'm like, I wouldn't like to be in that situation. I'm just like, okay, but this is why we're here.
This is why
to
we're
navigate.
here.
We got one of the best texts this week from a girl saying, it was so sweet. She was like, why do I need a therapist when I got you two? And I was like, darling, I love that. I'm not going to take away from therapy because it is very good.
Very great.
Very, very good. And
But
I
hey,
would recommend a therapist to anyone. But I thought, that's
if we
very
can
sweet.
make you chuckle,
If we can make you chuckle,
we're all
fantastic.
right. Yeah.
So I'm going to give you one.
Give
Are
me
you
one.
ready?
Yeah.
So someone wrote into me, as always, girls will keep it anonymous, and boys.
Yeah.
We need to remember to say that.
Yeah.
Hey girls, I have a habit of texting my ex-boyfriend every single time I have a sip of alcohol. Honestly, you could use a pipette as a single drop in my system.
That is so funny.
And instantly I'm texting him.
Oh.
So the positives are that he is obsessed with me. I broke up with him, by the way. So whenever I'm drunk, he will compliment me, make me feel like hot shit, and sometimes we will sleep together.
Okay.
However, the negatives are that he then presumes I'm his booty call, which I kind of am, but only if I've had alcohol, I seem to want him.
Okay.
He only wants me as friends with benefits anyway, so it's not like I'm hurting anyone's feeling, but I don't really know what to do. What do you think? Should I let him go? Should I let the alcohol go? Thanks, girls. Do I get my groove on or shall I groove away?
Oh.
Pipette.
She's
like, come over now.
I think in the long run, you move to the new.
Really?
But I'm also like, maybe, because if you said there's no feelings, like maybe just enjoy the friends with bennies, you know what I mean? Like enjoy yourself. But if you feel like it's one of those things that you're noticing this and you don't like that it's happening, then I would try and make a conscious effort to stop.
Yeah.
But if it seems like you don't mind it.
It seems harmless because she said that he just wants her with friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Which is fine. The only harm is if he's like, come over and she's like, why would I go over? I haven't had alcohol. Like, that's slightly worrying that she needs alcohol to like him. Yeah. Because you'd want to like someone just for them, not with alcohol in your system.
And you can find friends with bennies. Yeah. Anywhere.
Yeah. Because I don't think, I'm not sure this is a friends with benefits. I think it's just like when you're drunk, you want him.
Yeah. And I get that in the sense he knows you so well.
Yeah, I get that.
He knows you and you know he's going to gas you up and you know you've had this. He's safe. Like you've been very vulnerable together. You've had that time shared together. Yeah. You were boyfriend and girlfriend. Like he is someone you're comfortable around.
Yeah.
Of course.
I would say that if you're looking for the friends with benefits, I would say in with the new, is that keep or out with, I'm not sure.
In with the new.
In with the new.
Out with the old, in with the new. Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's harmless. Yeah. It's someone that you trust. It's someone that knows you. Yes. That you feel safe with. At least you're having a one night stand or whatever it is and you know the guy. Yeah. You're not thinking, where am I? I'm going to have to text my mum to get home. Yeah. You know where you are. He knows where you are. Like all that kind of stuff. You trust each other. Fine. But if you're like, oh my God, no, I don't want a friends with benefits. I would say move on. Yes. I would say out with the old. Yeah. Out with the old. Yeah. So it only depends on what spectrum you want from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay. So, hi girls. A guy I've been seeing recently keeps calling me a bag. Always seemingly in a jokey way, but he seemed to make a habit of it.
Excuse me?
Like, if I try to be affectionate, he goes, oh, the beg's here. And I don't know, it just makes me feel icky. I really like him, and I feel like he is joking. Should I confront him and stay, or should I just go?
The beg is here.
I would cry.
Excuse me?
I would cry.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, if anyone said that, not even the guy I was seeing, like if I turned up to a group, hey guys, the beg's here, I'd be like,
I'd be like, excuse me?
What?
Oh, the beg's here.
The beg.
Excuse?
And it's like 10 times worse that a guy you're seeing is saying that. Personally, I'm like out with the old, what the fuck is that about?
Out with the old.
I'm like, If you really like him, have a discussion, but he needs to stop this beg thing.
No, because
why are you calling me a beg?
part of me feels like sometimes, you know, when guys overcompensate when they're nervous with someone, and then they just are like, ha, you fucking bitch, and then they're like, oh, part of me feels like it's that.
Maybe it's that.
So maybe try and have another conversation and be like, listen, if you call me that again,
it's
that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Like,
yeah, okay, I like that.
But I would. Personally, I'm like, if you've already had a conversation with him and he's still like, oh no, it was banter. Like, it's not.
Honestly, take a break, darling.
Like,
you're annoying me.
Like, you're not funny.
The beg's here.
Oh, the beg's here.
The beg.
Oh,
it's
God.
like in front of other people as well.
Oh.
Because it can be said once as a couple, you know, like, oh, don't be a beg.
It's so undermining.
But in front of people, I'm like, oh.
Like she said when she tries to be affectionate. So I'm like, imagine if they're in a group and she goes to give him a hug. He's like, oh, here she is.
Oh, no,
the beg.
No.
Fuck off.
No, I tell you,
I'd cry.
I'd never touch a man again.
No, I would become a nun.
I'll give you nothing now. I would.
That's it.
That's it now. I'll give you nothing.
No sex.
Yeah. On a ban.
None.
Never again.
None.
Okay? Oh my God, that's so funny. Let me read out another one. Peg. The peg. Oh, I love when the girls write in because I'm just like,
I know.
what?
Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so this is a fantastic.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't say fantastic, but I'm like, okay. Tricky. That's the word. Hi, Kitty and Katie. It's sort of a new feeling, but I don't know if I need to break out of this, so I really need to debrief with you.
Okay.
What do you think to this shit show? A year ago, I bought a house with my boyfriend. It's in quite a rural area in my countryside.
Lovely.
Near to both of our family homes.
Delightful.
His family lives 20 minutes away and mine live 30. Fantastic.
Gorgeous.
Ideal. My boyfriend works from home and I work nearby.
Yeah.
We bought this house about a year ago in the plan to do it up.
Okay.
We are about halfway through the work. However, it should be done by 2025 Christmas.
Oh, lovely.
Fantastic. However, I've had a bit of an epiphany.
Oh, no.
There is no fucking way I want to spend the rest of my 20s in the rural countryside without any social life.
Oh.
I want to move to London, live young, wild, and free. I couldn't care less about this house, but every single night we have things to do with it, plan out the kitchen, paint the walls, redo the decorating, whatever, you get it. I honestly want out all of this together. I love my boyfriend so much, and he loves this house, but I can't stand it. Honestly, I walk around saying bad things to the house. That's how much I hate it. So boring, and who wants to live here in your 20s? Please help me. What should I do? I hope this doesn't come across as ungrateful, but I really feel lost. Thanks, girls.
Okay. Shit.
Imagine, shit house. Stupid windows.
Fucking stupid door. Look at you.
Imagine. That's like doing the fight on your own. It's like, you think you're better than me?
Why are you looking at me, curtains?
You're taking away my 20s?
Nah, I'm
taking away my life?
Mug of me.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That's such a hard one. You're tied in to this. You are financially and legally, you're tied in. Yeah. Maybe there could
I'd
be...
love to know how old she is. She's in her 20s, but I'd love to know.
Maybe there could be an option.
Oh, go on.
Where...
She's going to finance you.
Yeah. Big Mama's coming in.
Big Mama will look after you.
Maybe there's an option in which you could rent the house out for a period of time and discuss potentially moving to London.
Yeah, that is an option.
Maybe there's potentially, like, I know it might be pressing, but if it's not going to be done till Christmas 2025, why don't you discuss moving this year? Living in London for a few months whilst the renovations are being done.
Great idea.
Then you can go check on it every so often.
Yeah.
But then you could be like, look, before we settle in, maybe you can have that experience and try and move to London this year.
Yeah, okay. I like that option.
Before it's done.
Yeah. I think definitely the first thing you need to do, darling, you need to tell your boyfriend.
Yeah, fuck.
Because if he's loving this house.
That's really sad.
If he's humping against it.
And you're fucking voodoo dolling it.
You're like, hate these walls, and he's like rubbing his anus against it. Like, you know, you're on very different vibes.
Yeah.
So the first thing you need to do is have a really open and honest conversation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, but don't be as open and honest as you were to us, like I wouldn't be like, I hate the house.
I could think of nothing like
I could think of nothing worse. Who would want to live here?
Yeah.
I walk around hating the house.
Yes.
But I would sit down and be like, look, I'm really struggling with something.
Yeah.
And the way I would put it in is say, because clearly she still wants to be with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
So just say, I love you so much. I'm so proud of what we're doing here.
Yes.
We've bought our new house. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
And it's going to be done for Christmas. That's so great. Although I do still feel there's a little bit of me that's craving more of a social life and that potentially I would love to live in a city rather than the countryside. I'm not sure I'm fully ready for that.
Yes.
What do you think? I think just open that door up before you start saying, right, we're moving to London, fuck the house.
Yeah.
You know, just open that, because before you know it, he could say, oh God, yeah, like we're renting it out. Let's rent it out.
Yeah.
You know, or he could just go, to be honest, it's been a bit too much work. We could sell it on. Who knows? Who knows?
And it also could be one of those things he goes, we could then do more of a social life. Let me be your designated driver. Like you go see the girls as many times as you want,
Completely.
you know? You don't have to necessarily move to increase that social aspect of your life.
Yes.
You might just need a designated driver or taxis. And then if he'd be like, I'll pay for him, I'll drive you.
Fantastic.
If he wants you to stay, he will facilitate that.
Exactly. So I would say, in with the new.
Stick with the new.
Stick with what's happening.
Yeah.
Be honest, be open, be upfront.
Yeah.
That's the best way to be.
Yes.
Don't run away from this. Don't hide away from this, because if you do, all you're going to do is take it out on him, and it could then damage your relationship.
Yes, 100%. So,
what have you got on?
This one makes me fucking crease. Okay.
Tell me. Okay.
Hi, girls.
Yeah.
Been loving tuning in every week. You always make my Mondays so much better.
Oh.
I have a bit of a sticky one, or shall we say icky situation, and would love your advice. Please keep me anonymous.
Okay. Oh, no.
My boyfriend and I have been together for almost a year and a half. We had an instant spark, and it truly feels like we never left the honeymoon phase.
Aww.
He's funny, caring, affectionate, truly everything I would want in a partner.
Oh, nice.
However,
oh no, it's the belly button situation again.
Recently, he's picked up the phrase, darn tootin'. I wish I was joking.
No.
At first it was funny, but now it's kind of giving me the ick. He says it everywhere.
Oh no.
We were even having sex the other night, and I said, you like that? And I shit you not, he says, darn tooting. I ask if we need anything from the shops, and he says, darn tooting. He says if I try to confirm any plans, even if I ask him if he loves me, he says, darn tooting.
No.
I've tried politely to tell him to stop and that the joke was getting boring.
Darn tooting.
But then he got really defensive, saying that's just his humour. But I've genuinely never seen him behave like this before. Am I being irrational, or shall I just cut my losses?
Okay, the first thing
That's the ick.
It's really icky.
That's the
The first thing I'm going to say is I'm going to be anecdotal here and relate to you, darling. Archie says IKR all the fucking time. And I love this boy like to death. I love him so much.
Yeah.
It's the most annoying thing he does. And I genuinely don't even look at him when he says it, because I'm like, it's like a toddler. If you look at them, it encourages them.
Yep.
But if you look away, he won't think that I've done it. Like he won't think that I've heard.
Yeah.
And IKR, it's like, so I'll be like, oh God, it's so cold, isn't it? And be like, IKR, I know, right? I'm like, it's the most irritating thing. Like, I can't stand it. I honestly can't stand it. However, he says it to wind me up sometimes, and he says it to make me laugh. He knows for a fact that it annoys me. If darn tootin' is getting offended, that you're like, it's really annoying. I'm not being funny.
He's getting butthurt.
You're literally riding him.
And he's like, darn tootin'.
You like that? And he's like, darn tootin', I do.
Fuck
Why
off.
are you doing that? What? Also, is he doing an American accent?
See, it's been spelled.
Like, would it be better if he was like, darn tooting? Or
Fuck no. Fuck no. I hope for so I feel like
what's worse though? Darn tooting or darn tootin'?
Darn tootin'. Because it's been spelled like darn tootin'. Like you're talking in a southern accent. Like
so
darn you're like, darn tootin'. I hope for your sake it is darn tootin', because if I was having sex with a guy and I was like, oh, you like that? And he's like, darn tooting.
Oh my
fuck off.
No.
I would be out the door.
I'm not being funny, darling, but I'm like out with the old. I'm like, go.
If he's getting precious, why are you getting precious? Being like, oh, that's just my humour. All right, why are you so fragile?
Humour then.
Like be funnier. Why don't you try that?
Why are you doing that though?
Be funnier.
Yeah, but if he's doing it all the time, like during sex, that's the worst.
No, that's
Why are you
bad.
doing that?
That's bad, especially if he thinks that he's being funny and
Oh
you're just
my
like,
God.
this is the least funny thing when
This
you are
is the
literally
ickiest
inside
thing
me.
you could-
That's
God,
that's terrible.
Darn tootin'.
Darn
You're
tootin'.
like,
No.
oh my God. Try what I do though. Don't give it attention.
Like a dinosaur.
Because if he thinks it's his humour and if he thinks he's being funny, then if you
Humble
give
him.
nothing, then he'll be like, it's not that funny. Try it.
If he's like, you say darn tootin', and I'll give the reaction.
Okay, ask me a question. I'll say darn tootin'.
Okay. Oh, are you ready to go?
Darn tootin'. Just try
Silence.
as you might. Try. I'll do it. Because
Yeah, you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we leaving at 7?
Oh, darn tootin'.
Just honestly,
That's it. That's perfect.
just
That's perfect.
look away.
Look
away.
They don't
give it
exist.
any attention. He's a toddler. Just see him as a toddler. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Nope, I'm not giving any.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we go on to
Let's crack on.
Let's go on to icks. Okay, so I think I have 2
Oh my
icks.
God, I've got one.
Okay.
So I'll ping pong
So
you.
you ping pong me. Give me a second. Let me have a look. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, habit that does cringe me.
Yeah.
Baby voices.
Fuck
Oh
off.
my God, my
Get in the
baby,
bin.
beep. Oh, baby, beep.
Get in the bin.
We have a couple friend that do it in front of us.
Oh my God, it's
I'm not
fucking
shit you not.
disgusting.
They're like, little baby, are you okay?
Shut
Oh,
the
baby, are you okay?
You're an
Oh,
adult.
the baby, say his name's like Pete. Oh, Petey Weety's upset. Pete, and I'm like, Petey Weety. Petey Weety.
Like, you're in public.
You're in public,
Fucking
darling.
control
You're in
yourself.
public.
Control
That
yourself.
for me, I'm like,
Nah.
we all get accustomed to being cutesy with our partner when it's the two of us,
Yeah.
fine. But in public,
Weird.
get a grip.
Sociopathic.
Get a grip.
Actually.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to ping pong you.
Yeah. Mine is, and this is specifically men,
Mhm.
because I'm like, clearly you've had this habit from when you were a child.
Oh no.
Sort it out.
Oh God, what?
Men who tuck their napkin into their shirt like a bib. I'm like, are you a baby boy?
Are you 5?
Are you 5 years old? When they're like, oh, best get to eat.
Never do that again.
I would rather you spill something down your top
No, I can't.
and take it like a fucking champ
I can't.
than have the fucking napkin bib.
No.
If I went on a date and he was
Oh,
like, one
no.
sec before we eat. Napkin bib.
It's like they have no control. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's like they're just so sloppy.
They can't trust themselves.
No, they can't trust themselves. Oh,
That's
get a grip,
disgusting.
get a grip. No, I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Ready?
Okay, so my last one is, I'm sorry, but when men call their parents mummy and daddy, I'm just
Yeah.
like, I find it really hard.
Mummy.
Like,
Fuck off.
I'm not going to say men. I'm going to say the men I date. If I dated a man that
Yeah.
was like, mummy,
I had a shiver
just
down my spine
kitty,
just then.
a second, sorry, mummy's talking. What did you say, mummy? I'd be like, I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't.
No.
I find it, all then I see in my head is you as a baby. I see you as, mummy, pick me up. And I'm like, I'm like,
No.
you're a full-grown man.
You're a grown man.
Call her your mother. She is your mum.
Oh, mum.
Treat her. Mum's lovely.
Mum.
I think mum's
You
so.
okay, mum?
Yeah. I tell you the most attractive thing is when men, boys are respectful to their
The
mums.
mothers. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. There's nothing great to turn on. I'm like,
Oh,
how
I
lovely
agree.
is that?
Yeah.
Mummy was in the past. Mummy's gone. Mummy's long gone. It's mother now.
It's mother.
Mother dearest in the building, okay?
Yeah. My mother darling.
Mother darling.
Mother
okay?
darling. Mummy.
Nah,
Get in
stop
the
it.
bin.
Right, should we go on to questions?
Questions?
Question.
Okay.
I'm silly.
I've got serious.
Help me.
So, my question to you
Ask me.
is, do you think
Yeah.
that toxic people are a result of bad habits they've collected along throughout their life, or if that is just the way they are? That's just their personality and that can't change. Or do you think?
That's such a good question. To which I will say, I think it's all to do with experience. So I would say, I don't think anyone's born. I genuinely don't think anyone's born evil. I just don't think you can be.
Yeah.
Like an innocent child. You can't be born evil. But the things that have happened, yes, you can be born with different things that can affect you, you know, that can make you feel different ways or that can make you act a different way. But that's not evil. That's just a personality. So that does influence you, but that's not evil at all. What I do, or toxic, sorry, it's all about experience. I personally think if someone's a toxic person, if they act in a toxic way, it's because they've experienced a certain thing. I always felt that a guy I used to know was very, very toxic. And because every single one of his girlfriends had cheated on him. Yeah. Every single one. Yeah. Like, that's got to grind you down. Yeah. You know, and although I was like, God, he's a bit much. When I found out every single girlfriend had cheated on him, I was like, kind of makes sense, you know? Yeah. And obviously that's just a minor thing. People can go through so much more in their life and be manipulative. Yeah. But I do think it's it's maybe not even personal experiences and it happened to you, but if you had a bad family life, like if you saw your parents always arguing or I don't know, but I really do think a toxic person is through experience. Yes. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's habits they've seen from experiences that have caused them to behave that way. Yeah. But I think what is the lack of willingness to change that.
Yeah. Or maybe the lack of willingness or the lack of knowledge that it's a bad thing. Yes. They're like, well, it's normal. I've seen it all my life.
And it's also awareness. I feel like I've been around a lot of people recently that are so rude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So rude. Yeah. And love to undermine and belittle people.
Oh,
and I genuinely sit there and wonder, are you aware of how you're coming across right now, and B, that you are actively doing this? And I always find that when I come across people who are just so rude and so horrible that I'm like, are you aware that you are not coming across well right now?
And I genuinely think there are two categories of the people that do and the people that don't. Yeah. I don't think there's a grey area. No. I do not think there's a grey area.
No.
People know what they're doing.
Yes.
And some people are just so unaware.
Yes.
They are so unaware. You know, that and that could be for many different reasons. But I genuinely think you do or you don't. It's not, really? I'm not. No, you did or you didn't.
People know.
They know.
People know.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you the silly question.
Yeah.
Silly. So, would you rather every single one of your friends that you have do all of your habits, all of your bad habits to the extreme?
Oh, fuck.
So give me one of your bad habits right now.
Biting my fingernails.
Okay, so when you're with them, they do them to the extreme. So they're like ripping off nails.
Oh, my God.
And they're like, every single one of your friends, every single time. Yeah. You know how you do that with your hair? You mat your hair?
Yeah.
Every single one of your friends, when they're with you, they're matting their hair like to the extreme. Okay? When you eat, you always do this afterwards.
Oh, I'm starting to really notice this.
Yeah. Throughout the whole meal, they're like to the extreme. They're doing this.
Oh,
like
God.
Every single one of your friends. Or, wait for it. Or copy your habits. Every single one of your friends copy your habits. Ooh. So whenever you do your habit, they do the same. And then when you stop, they'll stop. No, and it's not bad habits, any habit. So say your habits is flicking your hair, they're like, so it didn't have to be bad habits, it's all habits. Say if your habit is waking up, going to the gym, they do exactly the same. They're like, right, got to get that habit done that Katie does. So it's either copying every single one of your good habits with you, or doing every single one of your friends doing your bad habits to the extreme.
I would rather my friends do my bad habits to the extreme because I feel like we can make a joke of it. The thing I can't stand is when people copy. And I'm also like, I am the people I am friends with.
Yeah.
It's not because they have they're exactly like me.
Yeah,
it'd be quite the opposite. I actually sometimes think if I met me, would I be friends with me? I feel like I'd take a while to it's one of those things. If you met yourself, would you be like, I'm fucking legend, I get on with you.
Love you. Yeah.
Because I feel like you want to be around people that inspire you and motivate you and make you want to do more.
Yeah.
I would hate it if all my friends were like, we'll just do what you do. I'm like, don't do that. no, don't do that.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
I'd be like, no, because I also want to look to you. And if I went to you
for
being
guidance,
like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this, but oh, me too. I'd be like, oh no, but what would you think of that?
But your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
I get
that's
what you
it.
mean.
And I feel like it could be quite funny.
Yeah.
Like if they were like, and then I'd be like, oh God, is that how like I come across? How hilarious. And then we could sit and joke, you know?
I love it. Okay.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I could not have them like, right, I'm going to the right, I'll come for a run too. No. And also doing my habits to extreme is also kind of taking the piss of me. So I kind of like that.
Yeah. Like it's with love.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Alas, that'll be the end. I take my cap off and say goodbye to the followers.
Guten Tag.
Guten Abend. Okay?
Yep.
Is that good night?
I don't know. I thought it was Guten Tag, but I just really doubled down. I wasn't 100% there.
You weren't quite sure. All right, guys, I hope you have a lovely Monday.
Yeah, have a great
As always,
one, guys.
you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast.
Email us.
Email us, please. Go
DM
onto
us.
Instagram, DM us. We're always there for you
We want to hear it all.
We want to hear it all. Every little thing.
Absolutely.
We'll be ready for. That's why we call the debrief.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing holding us
We
back.
thought about it, guys.
We thought about it. All right, guys. Have a great week. Bye. Bye.